Um, Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm here to give a presentation on the clothing retail sector of the United Kingdom as a business analytics. Me, myself, Donna Rio. Business analytics and intelligence are beneficial for examine data to promote the effectiveness of decision making within a better understanding. The presentation includes comparison between companies from the sectors, descriptive analysis of the collected data with correlation and regression. Therefore, the purpose of the presentation is to offer the evidence-based recommendations for improving future decision-making process within the UK clothing retail markets. Moving on to the next slide, we can see that I have given a brief overview of the UK clothing market in the current slide. By identifying trends and challenges, the sector has a key contribution toward the UK economy, and its current trend revolves around the preference of value-driven variables with sustainability. In 2025, the industry contributed around 5.4 billions of profits. However, the profit margin remained a lower cost of 10.8%. This is because of the challenges associated with the reducing customers' confidence and increasing the wage cost, leading to damage the market size. Hence, the industry is threatened by concerns over declined market size in rising the costs and burdens. Moving on to the next slide. The current slide explains the data completion process, which has been followed through the collection of the raw data. And Fame was used as the source to color design inside Sosandar, Mark and Spencer's, and Brown Group, Blueberry Group. And the data is collected from 2015 to 2024, and with the focus of the managed metrics of numbers. Then the turnover and fixed asset turnover, gearing, and turnover per employee. Moreover, the gross profit is selected as the outcome metrics in the data completion process. Therefore, the outline process has offered raw data on the UK clothing market and supporting evidence based on the suggestions. This slide offers visual representation of the comparison among the selected company with focus on turnover and gross profit. Mark and Spencer is observed to have the highest turnover and gross profit driven by its growing digital sales and value of customers. On the other hand, Sotsanda is reflected to be the weakest due to outflow of cash and deepest sales due to lower focus on promotions. And in Blueberry Group, we can see that next place has showcased the moderate performance in terms of selected metrics and the gross profitabilities of the turnover. And the companies have become the clothes retail market of the UK has been observed. And the next one is trend over time, the visualization of trends in the fixed asset turnover of gearing within the select organization has been represented in the slide. Fixed asset turnover showcase reduction over time due to higher tendency of companies for capital investment to ensure the future growth. However, the increasing trends in gearing has been evaluated, indicating the rise and draw of debts. Therefore, the UK clothing retail market outlined a trend reflecting increased investment in fixed assets supported by the source of debt. And the next slide, the slide includes the business dashboard of the collected data related to the UK clothing retail sectors. And the dashboard includes the visual representation of the bar graphs and the column graphs, which reflect the areas including total turnover and gross margin and turnover per employee. Moreover, the line graph by Statista has showed the anticipated revenue from the UK clothing market, which segregated from lines for men and women and children. However, similarities or similar interactive visuals has been observed in terms of the presentation of the revenues, and hence the business dashboard is effective due to proper visual presentation for promoting quick understanding. And the descriptive analysis, we can see that the statistics have been presented in the current slide by me. The difference between mean, median, and higher side for the variables, including turnover, gearing, and fixed asset turnover. This demonstrate the few companies that are efficient in generating sales and investment in non due to the disgusting digitalization approach, and moreover, high standard deviations illustrate the significant variability due to uneven productivity and diverse leverage approach. And therefore, the UK clothing retail market highlights the structure and financial diversity with moderate variation in number of employees. The next slide, the correlation of matrix is evaluated. In here, the current slide to understand the relationship among the selected metrics, the positive relation between the turnover and the gross profit explains the role of revenue, ensure that profitability of performance. And The turnover and fixed asset turnover showcasing the capital structure distinct in negligible influence and the theories of modeling Miller Amandam theory demonstrate the performance of the firm is supported by energy capability remaining unaffected in debt levels, and therefore the profitability and the performance which is sectors linked with a turnover and religious negligible influence. And in this regression model, this slide explains that the relation between the managed metrics as per the independent variables and gross profit as the dependent variable. The model is moderately significant and profit is explained and influenced by the number of employees and turnover. And the F value less than 0.05. However, the turnover and fixed asset turnover are the more significant metrics with the P values. Moreover, number of employees and gearing at least are least significant as firm size and capital structure. Thus, the gross margin performance, including retail sector of UK, is highly impacted by turnover and fixed asset turnover, driven by operational efficiency and productive asset utilization. And then the next slide, the reliability of predictive analysis for improving decision making has been included in this slide. The analysis demonstrates that the managers in the clothing retail market of the UK may emphasize on boosting sales performance and more productive utilization as the metrics that has most positive influence on the profitability performance. In this thing, this is possible through the use of forecasting models and anticipating customers' preference and market trends with the regular collection of feedback from customers. Therefore, manager decision making in the industry is significantly supported by the outcome driven by the predictive analysis. And moving on to the last slide, then in this slide, I have concluded the presentation while framing two suggestions for managers in the UK clothing retail sector. The managers can improve decisions by focusing on higher revenue generation and the by boosting experience of customers and partnership with influencers. Moreover, given incremental fixed asset turnover, managers can utilize the same streamline manufacturing and investment management areas. The suggestions are framed to navigate the challenges, and it can be reduced, reducing market share and admit variability in profitability capabilities of the companies. Hence, the predictive analysis has support the future improvement in the sector while considering turnover and efficiency. So, this is the reference and the data that I have collected, and everything should be in this. Thank you.